Hey folks, thanks for joining me this morning. My name is Sun Wong with AVer Information, and this is the AVer webinar series. And today, this week, we have a topic we want to go over, the native wireless screen share feature. That I'll be showing you guys in a bit, and I'll also be going over some of the key features that we also offer in our CP Series panel. So we're going to go ahead and jump on in and get this webinar started. The live chat is available to everyone, so if you guys have any questions throughout the webinar, feel free to reply and ask me questions in the live chat. I'll go ahead and answer all the questions I can at the end of the session. So here, I hope you can see my screen here. This is our AVer CP series. I'm going to go ahead and step into the camera frame right now. I hope you all have been having a wonderful morning or afternoon. And so as soon as you turn on the panel and have everything set up, you'll be greeted by this Android home screens because our panel does run an Android kernel. So the number one thing we really wanted to highlight was just ease of use. So something that you use every day is your cell phone. And we really wanted to mimic that exact same user interface from your cell phone, something that you're so used to using every day, onto our own panel here. So you see here it's an Android kernel. You have your custom desktop icons. You can customize your desktop however you like just by doing simple things such as pressing and holding and dragging icons onto the screen. If I want to remove desktop icons, you can go ahead and do so just like that. So if you're familiar with iOS or Android, this is going to be like a breeze for you. The bottom toolbar are just some of your main applications such as your browser apps, File Explorer, and switching to different sources. And then the left and right hand arrow buttons are to pull up the glass overlay features or Android tools. So these let you change the source of the panel. So we have a whole bunch of different HDMI connections. Let you return to the previous screen, home screen, or do the glass annotation. So this glass annotation has a 10-point touch, so it does have multi-touch. And you can actually annotate with either your finger or the included styluses that we provide for you, either red or blue for this annotation. So this annotation lets you annotate over anything that you have on the screen, no matter what source you're viewing. You can always take snapshots during any time as well. So here I can take a snapshot that saves directly to the Android operating system, which is 16 gigabytes of storage space. All right, so our key thing that I want to highlight today is our native wireless screen share. Now there's a difference between native and non-native wireless screen share. So a ton of different companies and panels offer some type of screen share feature where you can cast, your device, whether it's, Chromebook, Windows 10, onto the panel. Thing is, most commonly other competitors will require some QR code, some other type of application, some external box. But ours is native, which means you use your device's own operating system to cast onto here. You don't need any additional type of software or hardware. You really just open and launch this app. You make sure all the devices are on the same network. And here, I'll first give an example of my iPhone. So here's my iPhone, and I'll go ahead and just scroll from underneath here. So I'm not using any application, just using the native software from my iPhone. And then I'm going to go press screen mirroring, and to see the name, my panel name right there. So I don't know if you can see this very well, but that's the panel name right there, AVer board, which is the same panel name right here. And I go ahead and select it. So as soon as I select it, it's going to go ahead and start connecting and start communicating to the board. So now I'm actually fully connected, mirroring my iPhone to the screen like this. I go ahead and unlock, and let's go ahead and just pull up some email or anything. So here you can see how responsive it actually is. What's really cool, then I can, even, let's say, open up an email. I can even rotate it, so auto rotates with me, and it's absolutely amazing. I can even, play videos if I want to. So here, let's go ahead and pull up the video. I'm going to search AVer USA. Let's go to our YouTube channel. So here, I'm going to go ahead and play a video from here. So you can see just how smooth this actually is. I'm actually casting this from my phone right now to the panel. And then what's really cool is I can press play for my device, and then I can come over here and pull up those Android tool overlays to additionally annotate over this pause video I have. So it's a great little tool here where I'm, highlighting this planet that I have here, and then I'm always free to, take snapshots. So I'm going to save some snapshots onto my Android OS. When I'm done screen sharing, I can just go ahead and exit this. So another cool thing, check this out. Watch when I go to camera. I can even go to camera, and now my cell phone's like a dock hand. Like, just look at how responsive this actually is. So this is native. I can even run outside here, around my office. So that's just a great example there of just how responsive, our wireless native screen share actually is. To stop, I just pull it from underneath, and I go ahead and just select this one right here, AirPlay, and just stop mirroring. So it's a really cool feature. We also support a whole ton of devices. So if you don't use iPads or iPhones in your classroom, you can even use Chromebooks. So here I got a popular Lenovo Yoga Chromebook, and I'm just gonna pull up from underneath. So I'm gonna go ahead and select the menu from the bottom right, and then I go ahead and go to Cast Devices Available, and I see my AVer board. Gonna select it, and now I'm going to press share. So right away, now I'm screen sharing my Chromebook. So first I did iPhone, now I'm doing a Chromebook. So it's compatible with all these different OSs that we have. And what's cool is, I can even play video and share video content and audio. So look, it really is just that simple. We really want to highlight and make it as easy as possible for our users, our teachers. We do offer training and professional development, but with our software and our, usability, you won't even need, really any training whatsoever. It's going to be all really intuitive, all straightforward, and all really easy to use. So I'm going to highlight right here all the devices that we support. So it's, Mac, iOS, Chromebooks, Chrome browser, Android devices, and even Windows 10 Mirrorcast. So even when you're a district that uses Windows 10, we have your back. We are able to, definitely support all those devices you have. That's the main great feature I love to highlight all the time. Some other extras I like to go over with you guys while I have your attention here. We also have support for all types of cloud drives. So those cloud storages such as Dropbox, Google Drive, OneNote. I know you teachers out there use those type of services to keep all your lesson plans. So here we can go directly into our cloud, and we actually have support for all these different cloud services. So here I have a couple examples linked up. I have my Dropbox, OneNote, and Google Drive set up, and I'll show you just how easy it is. I can, just go into one of my cloud drives. I can then see all these different lesson plans I have and select, let's say, a lesson here, and open it directly into my whiteboard. So when I open it directly into my whiteboard here, I could then see the PDF. I could then go through all the different pages. I could then press on this number button to see an overview of all the different pages I have in here. What's really great is when I make any edits to the document, say this page right here, and I color it in. When I go back to this view, I can actually see the annotations I made to that page in real time immediately. Now our whiteboard software is actually really, really great. It's something that I really love to play around with and use. Not only are you able to do your standard annotations and stuff, you're also able to select different things. So this rectangle I drew, I can select it. I can then do something such as copy it. And now if I want to add a new page into the same document, I can go ahead and do so. So I'm going to insert a new page. And just so you guys know, we have a ton of different templates available in our software. Standard line paper, grid paper, math and engineering, music, sports templates, planners. So we have a whole bunch of different templates. We can even upload custom templates onto here as well. I'm just gonna select the grid and I'm gonna insert this slide here, and now I'm gonna paste that square I just drew. So let's paste this square. Now it's a little bit too big right now because the other sheet was a little bit smaller. So let's go ahead and scale this. So look, I can even resize the annotations that I made here. I can even change the color of it to make it a different color, as well as changing the thickness of the annotation as well. So that was the annotation I just copy and pasted. And now another cool thing is that in a traditional whiteboard, when you fill up all the different screen space, you go from one end to the other. Traditionally, in a whiteboard, when you run out of space, you'll need to erase to have more space, right? But ours is actually an infinite canvas where you can pinch and actually zoom out to get a whole bunch of new canvas space. So isn't that great? Isn't that cool? So a ton of different options there. You'll never run out of canvas space. You can also add a new page if you want to, or actually pinch and zoom out to have that extra canvas space. This whiteboard also supports multi-touch as well, so multiple collaborators can always be writing at the same time, whether I'm a student, teacher, or classmate, can always be writing. You can see that it supports multi-touch. So just some really great things here. The select tool isn't limited to just one selection. I can also do a group selection. So here I'm going to group select those lines I made, and see I can actually move these lines around. I can copy them and then maybe go to another page here like this and actually paste them onto here. So here I have those lines I made. I can go and scale them to however I like. So there we go. What's also cool about this whiteboard is that it serves as a template for multiple users to do the work and show the work on. So as an example, if I'm doing this hexagon as student number 1, I trace it. And now student number 2 wants to come to the board and do the return. I can actually clear the board of annotations. So here I can clear the page so that the next student can come on and do their turn on the annotation side. When I'm ready to save my work and export it, I can go ahead and just go to here, this thought here, go to export, and I can choose to export this entire note or just this page alone. So if I want to just do that page, I can do so, or the entire note in 3 different formats, and then I press share. So what's even greater is that you can, export this directly to your Google Drive. So here I can just select my directory. I can select my Drive, my Dropbox, or my OneNote to export this document into. So now I can export this whole lesson plan that I just finished creating or annotating with directly to that cloud for my students to access, for myself to access, or anyone else who wishes to see this document. So just as a test, we can go back into our file manager. We can go ahead and go back to, let's say, our cloud. And I believe I saved it in our OneNote. So yep, so those are our lessons I just exported onto the OneNote cloud service. So that's just a huge piece that I love to go over, our integration with cloud services. Last but not least, our Sphere 2 document camera integration. So we're also, a leading manufacturer of wireless and classroom document cameras. And here I have our completely wireless F70W. So if I go ahead and launch this app, I can actually connect to my wireless document camera that you see here. So this is the F70W, true wireless document camera with onboard battery. And I can actually move this around from classroom to classroom. So here I have a little butterfly. And let's go ahead and position this and autofocus it. So here you can see that my wireless document camera can be connected to my board. I can also now make annotations to this. I can take snapshots. I can control the camera wirelessly. I can change the orientation, and do stuff such as zoom in and zoom out. So, and also, change the color scheme if I want to as well. So a lot of different options in this application as well. And this is our software that we just used to, connect to our document cameras. You're also given a whiteboard in this mode, as well as a media file mode to see all the different snapshots that you've taken. So that's just some options there that we briefly want to go over. Last but not least, it's an open Android system, so you're free to install any type of applications you have. So here I have Class Dojo, Khan Academy, Office Suite, and TED Talks. So you can install any type of educational app if you wish to onto the board, which would actually be quite useful and fun in a classroom setting. So Khan Academy, great app for learning for children. We can choose all the different grades that we have. So I can go up to, let's say, arithmetic, pre-algebra, all these different complicated subjects, even if I'm not teaching grade school. So here in pre-algebra, I can open up this app and go to this lesson plan.
The government created the following STEM and lead plot showing the right over here. This is
so what's really cool is that I can go to different places in this video. I can pause it, and then I can even pull up my annotation tool. So this annotation tool, remember, I can use this over anything, any source that I'm viewing, anything that I have on the screen, whether it's the Android operating system or another device that I have plugged into an HDMI input. So that's a great option there. But that pretty much sums up my demonstration and our webinar for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them now. I'll go ahead and answer them. If not, go ahead and reach me at my email, sunda.wong@aver.com. I'll be sending out a follow-up email after this webinar with the link to view this past one, as well as a link to register for future webinars, because I'll be doing these monthly, twice a month. So if no questions are asked, I want to thank you all for joining me so much this morning and afternoon. I hope you all have a very great day and take care for the rest of the week. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.